Alrighty guys, welcome back for another Dokkan battle video, and today what we're going to be doing is showcasing the new Dokkan Fest androids. So, your boy got pretty lucky on the banner. 400 stones, we got the androids, and we also managed to get Super Vegeta, so needless to say, I am very, very excited to go ahead and show off these androids. Now, because this is my JP account, and I've said this many times, my JP account is nowhere near the level of my global account. Again, very quickly you can see that I do have a very good roster of units, but if you start going more and more down, I have just a ton of stuff I have to get done, not only on this account, but on my global account as well. So again, it is getting there, slowly but surely. It is chugging along. It is starting to look a lot better. But, of course, the showcase is not going to be as in-depth, as it would be on my, global account. On my global account, I would have, like a lot more stuff for the androids, a lot of better linking partners and all that. But, again, we will make do with what we got. So, anyways, they are at 55%. Again, stats looking pretty good. Of course, they are disgustingly powerful. They do a lot of stuff, which makes them really good. Again, mostly level 1 links. I did use them once before, actually showcasing them right now, just because I was like extremely curious on what they would do. And needless to say, I was very impressed by what they put up. So anyways, let's go ahead, let's hop right in, and let's see what the androids can do at the 55% level. Alright, so we are in the first event here. Now, as you guys can see, they have their active skill turn 1. Now, that is a really good sign. So, again, with the way that the LR androids are built, they essentially can get a turn 1 active skill, and essentially what their active skill is a Ghost Usher. So if you wanted to, or if I wanted to, I could go ahead, pop it. Vegeta wouldn't attack this turn. I'm not going to do that because I do want to save it. But again, essentially their active skill, in a nutshell, is just a Ghost Usher. Of course, it does activate when there's 3 or more enemies. Again, essentially for the conditions is the enemy that you're fighting, in this case it's Vegeta, his HP has to be 35% or more. As you guys can see, he's clearly full HP, so it's going to activate. Or you have to be fighting 3 or more enemies. So again, if you were in Super Battle Road fighting 4 enemies, turn 1, it would activate as well. Alright, defense is 117k. Again, that's very good. We're actually running their team first, which is the new Global Chaos, or Worldwide Chaos, I guess you could call it, team. Again, we do have this second form cell here. He is giving them 40% attack and defense, because again, they're on the Android/Cell Saga team, and then that cell gives 40% attack and defense to the Extreme class allies of that team. Alright, so we did get them 7 key spheres right there. Again, we had a mix of Rainbow plus Tech Key Spheres. Of course, they get more attack and defense per Tech Key Sphere, 35% per Tech, and then 17% attack and 18% defense per, other Key Spheres, so like AGL, STR, Rainbow, which after that puts their defense up to 230k, which, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, is that good? Yes, it is very good, especially considering the fact that on Super Attack, they are going to raise their defense by 30%. And 4.4 million. Again, that's very good. I don't know what you guys would say about that, but I gotta be completely honest with you. That's pretty good. For a turn 1 attack, 4.4. Plus, they had the ability to do their Ghost Usher. Yeah, that's very good. Alright, so your boy's pulling them up here also on the Dokkan Wiki, just to kind of talk a little bit more about them, please. There we go. Alright, and also keep in mind that they also change key spheres. They change random key spheres to Tech Key Spheres, allowing them to essentially be self-sustaining. Alright, so we do have the friend here, which is at 69%, being at 123k, as you guys can see. Again, I don't want to finish off this event too quickly, so I am just going to try to, not super, but unfortunately, I am going to have to get a super attack in with Buff Boo, which shouldn't be too bad. Again, as far as the unit themselves, again, they're very good. As you guys can see, their super attack counter right there when it comes to Ki Blast, they automatically, are able to nullify that, which, again, key-based super attack nullification is really powerful because, number one, most of the units in the game have key-based super attacks, so it's not like you will never see it. In fact, you will most likely see it more often than not. So, yeah, dude, like, these guys are really good. Alright, so we're going to be able to get 9 key spheres here. Again, no tech key spheres, so we can kind of see, like, a difference. Yeah, their defense is slightly lower. Again, we didn't get any tech key spheres, so they didn't get as much of a buff. But again, still being at, like, 200k defense, plus 30% of that on super attack, is really good. Like, that is a monstrous amount of defense, and this unit is 55%, dude. Yeah, 3.9. That is still an acceptable attack stat. 4 million, essentially, with, like, over 250k defense. Like, that's really good. So, yeah, dude, these androids are ridiculous. Like, I don't know why Dokkan decided to, like, make them this good, but they did. They were just like, you know what? We're just gonna make them, like, literally almost, like, arguably the best unit in the game. You know, in terms of TUR, not LR. Alright, so again, with the friend here, we did get a lot more key spheres, and they were tech, so that puts him at 267k. Again, these units are ridiculous. I will never stop saying that. Like, these androids are nutty. Alright, do they absorb this one before super? Oh, they do! See, I thought they had a super attack first, like Gogeta. But no! Huh. Would you look at that? So they don't even have to super attack and they just nullify it. Dude, that's really strong. Holy cow. Because the way it's worded into their passive is... yeah, nullifies Ki Blast super attacks directed at the character from the enemy. Oh! So then I read it wrong, though. So they literally don't even have any restriction on it. They just nullify it. Dude, that's... I don't want to sound cliche, dude, but that's legit broken. They just passively nullify it. They just, like, are like, screw it, you can't super attack us. Or, like, you can't hurt us. Oh, and then their active skill, too. We're actually going to go ahead and play the audio for this. We need to make sure that everything is working good. Alright. I'm gonna mute that. That was probably ear rape. Apologize for that. Just need to fix it so that the audio is actually good. Now we can try it. Again, I physically can't hear it, so I hope it. I hope to God it's working. All right, so like I said, this active skill, it's essentially just a Ghost Usher, so they're just gonna, like, not allow Vegeta to attack, like, at all. Just to add more to their passive, because, you know, they clearly needed more. Yeah, dude, like, these guys are, like, I know I've said this too many times now, but they're just so good, dude. Like, look at that, 240k defense, they're raising it on super attack, like, I don't know why they didn't make Tech Janemba like this. Like, look at this, 4.6 million. That's almost a 5 million attack stat. With, like, close to 300k defense. And they're only 55%. Like... that's just good. Alright, so... goodbye, Super Vegeta. Just get absolutely demolished, son. So, anyways, let's head on over now to the next category team with the androids. Okay, guys, so now we are on the androids category team. Again, my leader is actually the new EZA Android 21. Again, in my opinion, she's the best leader. Just because, again, she gives 160% to all stats. So, again, essentially, like, the best leader for androids currently. And I wasn't able to find a friend, Android 21, or even, like, Android 13. Just because, again, no one runs these guys in the friend system. So I did go ahead and pick Super 17, who, again, only gives 150%, but in exchange, he does give 4 ki, which is really nice. Alright, so, wow, his defense 200k. The androids here at 106k. Again, that was because we didn't have Second Form Cell with them, because, again, Second Form Cell was giving them 40% attack and defense. So, again, they were getting a fair amount of defense from second form cells. So we're going to go ahead and give that to Super 17 to drop all of these Tech Key Spheres. Again, I did not do any sort of shenanigans. I did not orb change, nothing. This is literally what the game gave us because, again, not only do the androids themselves change Key Spheres, but again, I guess just we just got really lucky with Key Spheres. So we got 12 Tech Key Spheres because, again, we had the one Rainbow Key Sphere, and that puts them at 304k defense. They get 30% of that. They get 30% on Super, dude. I just, I'm literally at a loss for words. Like, that's 300k defense. This is 55%. Like, they're not rainbowed. Like, there's no dupes in them. Like, what? We had a great turn, and then freaking LR17 decides to do that. Dude, but I'm just still thinking to myself, how in the... dude, they just really made these androids broken. Like, it's insane. Like, honestly thinking about it, a 55% unit with like 300k defense, well, and they're orb changing. They also nullify key-based super attacks. Plus, they have their active skill, which acts like a Ghost Usher, which they can get turn 1. Dude, they're pretty good. They're pretty good, so I don't really know what else to say other than they're damn good. Alright, so we got 7 Tech Key Spheres. That puts us at 242,000 defense here. I'm actually going to float off Super 17 because of this little turd nugget killing Trunks in the first slot, dude. Again, we had like the perfect rotation for them, and he decided to do that. Alright, so 3.5 million, again, with like 300k defense. And they're sealing on super attack. I actually forgot about that too. They also seal, just to add insult to injury to whoever they're fighting. They will also seal you. Like, I don't know, you guys can let me know if you guys think that's good, you know? Just casual, over 200, you know, 50k defense consistently. You know, they're orb changing, and they nullify key-based super attacks. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. Like, they're good. They're disgustingly good. So, good job, Dokkan. You made a very, very powerful Extreme Tech unit, finally. After you guys failed miserably with Super 17 and Tech Janemba, you guys made a killer out of the androids. Alright. Ooh, yes, so MVP 17 is now on rotation. That puts him at 129k defense. We have a ton of Tech Key Spheres here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and give him that. So that's 8 Tech Key Spheres. That's 273k defense. Again, not at all broken, by the way. Just, you know, casual 270k defense. Nothing special here. And they're just going to wreck their shit. Yep, 3.7, man. 3.7, 300k defense. And they seal. And they nullify key-based super attacks. Oh, dude. These androids, dude. They're just so good. Oh, we also got this guy to transform. I've literally never used him, but sick. Alright, now let's just do that. Oh, that was not a good play, but we'll let it keep going, and then we'll just do that with Super 17. Alright, so after the next turn, we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the next category team, but again, like, they're just, like, really good, dude. Like there's no, like, easy way of putting it. They're just good. Like, there's almost nothing I can argue that's bad about them other than maybe their link set. Like, literally the only thing on them would just be their link set. Like, that's it. That's the only argument I can see for them, is their link set is not the best. That's it. Like, they needed big bad bosses. Yeah, sure, but with the amount of defense they're getting from tech key spheres, they really don't need it. Like, look at this. 3.8 million. Like, over 300k defense. They don't need help. They're already good enough. Like, they don't need anything else. They're just that damn good. So, yeah. Like I said, let's continue this parade of the androids just destroying everything, and let's head on to the next one. Alright, okay guys, so we're now on the Future Saga team. Again, that is their secondary leader skill as well. It's World Chaos and then Future Saga, you know, together, you know, full 170% lead leader skill. Now, I did manage to find a Rainbow Friend, and I did want to get this rotation just to kind of see the before and after of, you know, 17 without, like, any support, because, again, they literally don't share anything with like, any of the units here. So, again, I thought this was really good to see how well they would perform, you know, without a ton of units that, like, they have a ton of common links with. Alright, so we got 4 tech key spheres, only 4. Their defense was like 138 before, and it jumps up to 200k. No support, only fierce battle active. Like, that's really good. Like, those are good numbers. Only 4 orbs. No support, no links. Rainbowed. Like, that's good. That's really, really good. Even though people may say, you know, that's not impressive or anything, again, they still nullify key-based super attacks. So, they're gonna be fine. Like, they really don't need much. I mean, LR Rose is going to be able to give them, like, Shattering the Limit and Fierce Battle, but again, like, nothing really, you know, crazy is going to be coming, you know, from any of the units on the Future Saga team that I have. Again, if, like, obviously there's a ton of other units on Future Saga that you could actually run with these guys, but again, the way my Future Saga team build is made is essentially, like Saiyan based. But, yeah, dude, again, no support, 180k defense. Like, that's really good. I mean, plain and simple. They're good. Like, their defense is going to be over 200k. They nullify key-based super attacks. They're, again, over 200k defense. They're sealing. Again, they made their own orbs as well. So, again, they're self-sustaining, as you guys can see. So, you know, like, they're not, like, being hindered by not being able to share links. So, yeah. Again, they're just an amazing unit. Like, nothing else needs to be said. I mean, they're just amazing. Simple as that. Alright, so that's 5 tech. That's also 5 tech, so it doesn't really matter which one we go for. Oh, my bad. Their defense was 139 base. So, how wrong of me to undersell them by 1k. So now their defense is 244. Again, 244, no support. Just them and their raw defense from their passive. And then they're raising it too, by the way. So, yeah. 4.5. Pretty good. Because all they have is Fierce Battle. So we're missing out on a ton of other attack, a ton of extra defense. Like, they're good, dude. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, they're just amazing. Again, I'm just extremely impressed. Yeah. I know dude, I sound like... dude, I know I sound like a broken record player, but... like, you can't deny these androids their power. Like, their power is insane. It's just, watch, look, we don't have that many tech key spheres that we're gonna get, and this particularly is not the best rotation for them, but you know what we can do? Which makes them amazing? Boom. We can just negate Gohan. We can just be like, no. And boom. So, again, we were caught in a pickle there. But you know what? With their active skill, we can just easily get out of it. Simple as that. Like, this is amazing. Like, you literally have, like, an Uno escape card built into them. Like, again, their defense isn't the best here. Again, that's because no support. They don't have a good, you know, partner with them. And again, they didn't get any tech key spheres, but you don't even have to worry about getting hit hard on this turn. Because again, you have a Ghost Usher with you, man. Like, we don't have to worry about anything. And that's what I think is so crucial about these androids, and the reason that makes them so good is that they have so much other stuff built into them that supports them. Like, they don't need anything else. Like, they're good on their own. Like, they don't need anything. Alright, so anyways, now we're gonna head on over to the final category team with the androids. Okay guys, so with this being the final team we're going to showcase them on, again, we are now on the Joined Forces category team. Now again, they do have other teams, but again, I unfortunately don't have the leaders for them. So again, their final team is going to be the Joined Forces. Again, this is going to be a pretty decent team for them to be on. The only downside is, again, linking partners are not going to be too common to find. Though again, if they easy A, the AGL, I think it's Friend Summon 17 and 18 from the future, because again, they're just called Android 17 and 18. They're not future Android 17 and 18 like these guys are. Again, you actually could be able to run them, you know, as a rotation, depending if they, you know, make the Android 18, the Friend Summon one, you know, really, really busted and broken. So we are going to be able to get some decent amount of orbs for them right there. Again, that puts their defenses at 163k. Again, this is only 150% leader skill. So again, this is the smallest leader skill buff that we are getting currently in the video. And then, of course, Broly, Chi-Line, Lemmo, they give an attack buff with AGL key sphere. So again, I am just going to give them like a little bit of attack support right here. Again, I could have given them the defensive support with the purple you know, key spheres, but we wouldn't have seen, you know, like their defense with the support, though. I would imagine that would put their defense like at 170, 175. So with support, again, with only Fierce Battle active, again, I mean, their defense is going to be like 200k. Again, they put up a 3.3 million attack stat. Again, very, very impressive. Again, a lot of people might say like, hey, that's not really good, but again, do keep in mind, no, yes for attack support, so no defensive support, no good linking partners, and we're on a 150% lead team. Like, again, that's good. Like that's not a bad showcase for them. All right, just continuing on here. Just gonna try to conserve as much tech key spheres as possible. Just because, again, hopefully, if we get lucky with the way the orbs are placed, we can get like a really big attack stat from these guys. Alright, and then Tapion and Minosha, here they go. Tapion and Minosha RNLR, I think, is heavily underrated currently. Again, I do think they're a lot better than people realize. So if you guys do have them, again, do not underestimate them. They're actually a lot better than people give them credit for. Alright, so again, their base defense is just 93k. Again, that's really, really good. Unfortunately, it seems we're not going to be able to get anything near a super attack. Alright, so let's put Golden Freeze in 17 first, and then this, yep, right there should be able to give them a super attack. Their defense is 128k. Again, this is kind of like the lowest that we've seen for them, so this kind of also gives you an idea of what these guys are going to look like without, you know, like the crazy support that they have on their like Androids team. Because again, the Android team is, again, by far going to be the best team for them. Like not even joking, the best team for them. Like, no problem. It's going to be the Android team, because again, 19 and Jiro, that's their banner unit, just came out. They get 40% attack and defense. Again, and then these guys as well, sharing like things like Android Assault, you know, Twin Terror, Organic Upgrade. Like, they're just like so good, man. So, dude, again, they're just good. I mean, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, and y'all are probably annoyed about this already, but I mean, again, they're just good, you know. Like, even at their weakest showing, their defense is still at a level where it's gonna be acceptable. Like 128k, 30% of that puts them like at around 160, 170k defense. Like, that's more than acceptable for a 55% unit. More than acceptable. Like, take for example STR Super Vegeta. Like, at 55%, I've used him before. on a full 170% lead team, his defense is like 80k, like just like lowballing it like 80k. He gets 50% on super, and then another 50% when he gets hit. So his defense is 160k also, like just like the androids. So again, the androids are good, man. Like, they're super damn powerful. And speaking of which, we got 9 tech key spheres, putting their defense at over 200k once more. So yes, they're very good. They're very damn good. Alright, so this is going to be our final turn with them. And then, of course, to the breakdown portion we shall go. By the way, pretty good stuff coming from 17 and Golden Frieza here. They're building up that damage reduction with each attack they do. Yep, so they now have 28% damage reduction plus their over 100k defense that they're also building up here, by the way. Because, again, these guys also take a while to build. So, yep, they're really solid defensively. 3.8. Again, no support. Just their own raw power. 3.8. Like, 4 million attack stat, like 250k plus defense. Pretty good. Again, dude, they're just so damn powerful. I love the androids, dude. it's so I'm so happy that Dokkan finally put respect on the androids name, because again, it's been a hot minute since we've gotten like any sort of androids buff. So anyways, like I said before, now let's go to the breakdown portion of the video. Okay guys, so again, these are the Extreme Tech Future Android 17 and 18. Again, they lead Global Chaos and Future, 3 key 170%. So again, they are probably the best leader for Future. Again, unless you're building like a Saiyan build, then I would still probably go with like Future Trunks or like even like Future Gohan. Just because again, they're not going to work very well with like any sort of like Future Saiyan units. But again, if you're building like an Extreme class kind of like build, then again, these guys are going to be perfect for that. And then, of course, their new category team, the Global Chaos team. Again, a very good category. It essentially is like the Boos. Dude, it actually has Jr. in it, which is really nice. It has Cell. It has Goku Black, of course. And then, of course, the future androids themselves. So, again, it's a very nice, like, diverse category. Actually kept true to its name, which is really good. Because, again, Dokkan sometimes likes to really mess up categories, which again I've never understood, but hey, you know, it is what it is. On their super attack, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn and seal super attack. So again, if you have dupes for these guys, you want to go additional just to maximize their defense. Their passive, they get 170% attack and 180% to defense. They also get 35% attack and defense per tech key sphere. They also change a random key sphere to tech, and then they also get an extra key per rainbow key sphere, which again doesn't really mean much to them because they're, you know, a TOR. And then they get 17% attack and 18% defense per, you know, key sphere that isn't tech. So AGL, STR, Rainbow, you know, they get that buff, but if it's tech, it's 35%. And then, of course, they also nullify, you know, Key Blast super attacks if their HP is 35% or more, and then under 35%, they get a guaranteed additional super attack, which again just goes hand in hand with their defense, you know, making them even more, you know, ridiculously defensive. And then, of course, their active skill, it's like a literal turn 1 active skill. It's a Ghost Usher, again, so if you're like in a tight bind, go ahead, pop that sucker, and boom, you're good. Like, again, you either have to be facing 3 enemies, or the enemy that you're fighting has to be under 35, or has to be above 35% HP, but it has to be a single enemy. So again, that's why it's like a turn 1 active skill, because again, the first fight, full health, boom, go ahead and activate that sucker. So again, these guys are great. Like 55%, mostly level 1 links, of course, after, you know, throughout the showcase their links were leveled. But again, they're just amazing. Like, absolutely amazing, absolutely stellar units. There's nothing really negative I can say about them, like, other than, like, maybe they're not on a lot of category teams, and maybe their link set could have been a little bit better, but really other than that, that's just nitpicking at that point. Like, these guys are amazing. Like, there's really nothing else I need to say, or that needs to be said. They're just great, you know? So, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.